Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to PixelHangover.com. Got some more Medal of Honor Warfighter action coming right at you. This one was actually requested by a couple people, so we figured, why not? Let's fire it up. Some people wanted to know what the hardcore mode in the game was like. So, first off, I want to show you where you go to actually get into that, because it's not easy. So, I want to go over to Find a Game, hit Server Browser, and this is the only way I've been able to figure it out. Down at the bottom right there, see it says Edit Filter. Want to hit Y. I'm on the 360 here. Obviously, do the same thing on every other platform. Far right, boom, there you go. Click Hardcore, and then you want to hit Save. Make sure you hit Refresh Save there. That will save it and actually give you a list of games that are hardcore. I could not find any games that were Team Deathmatch, so keep that in mind. If you're a Team Deathmatch hardcore fan, you're going to be out of luck. So I just wanted to show you exactly where you wanted to adjust your filter so that you could get into some hardcore matches. So once we get that out of the way, we are going to play a game here. So we went into a combat mission mode. Here we go, and at the Hara Dunes. And I'll be right up front. I am not normally a hardcore shooter fan. I don't go into the hardcore modes. I don't know why. Maybe it's just accustomed to what I do. But I just full disclosure right there. I am unfortunately by myself this entire match. Never gave me a buddy. So, but I'll try to explain what I see is different, and maybe if I miss something, I'd be happy to, if you guys point that out in the comments. I think I'm starting out with a point man. I'm just starting to learn this class. My boy Kiki Taste started playing this game, and he kind of started to really enjoy this class. So I was giving it a shot here. So right off the bat, what do you notice? No information bottom right about far as weapons, bullets, so forth. No map to the bottom left. There is a case where you can have a map. And another thing you're going to see is there's no indication that you got to kill. You have to kind of, assume that you got the kill, or really stay on target to know that you did get the kill. Friendly fire is also in here. We'll see an example of someone just destroying my own teammate, destroying me in the back, and then I went ahead and laid some lead into a teammate myself a little bit later on. So it's one of those things that if you're used to playing, modern shooter, especially in military, you're going to have issues sometimes. But you learn to adapt and learn to pull off that trigger until you're sure what you're looking at. So we are defending. And this team was pretty good at pushing. We did a pretty good job of defending, but in the end, it was a tough fight. So when you are a point man, your second weapon is a shotgun. I came in here and thought I got a good shot off on him, but now that I see the video, I did miss left. So yeah, there's a number of key things that in the hardcore mode that you'll notice that is definitely different than a regular mode, and you definitely feel like you're kind of nerfed, but a lot of people like that. Now, the one thing that I'm not very good at is trying to lessen my reloads. Now, my impression was that I didn't feel, and this is just what I was thinking. I didn't feel that was a bad grenade. I didn't feel that the enemies died any quicker. I still felt that I had to put in about the same amount. I could be wrong. I'd love to hear feedback on that. But I played 3 or 4 hardcore matches, and I never felt like, they dropped quickly. So maybe I can get some clarification there. I thought normally in a hardcore mode that was the point. You also wouldn't have to reload as much. So kind of old school SOCOM and that kind of stuff. So got a guy right there in the door. See, that kind of thing. You still get hit markers. And that does help. But you really have to go after feel and what you see. You have to play it through. You have to follow it all the way. Showing a little bit of the destruction there when a bomb goes off. So the Frostbite engine is working underneath. There's at times where this game looks a lot like Battlefield. And there's also times where the enemy gets a double kill with one shot, and that was one right there. See, because the game never gave me a buddy, I had to do the fallback option the entire time. Sometimes it's nice to get back in the fight, but luckily with combat mission, you're always kind of, to me, it's their version of a rush. I think combat mission was in the first game. I think that's what they called it. They actually had vehicles the first game. You could tell DICE just couldn't have a multiplayer without at least one mode with a vehicle in it. It was very limited, but I feel like this is kind of that mode, and it gives you a little bit more of an objective and keeps things into perspective. You can feel better about spawning behind. So in this case, I think I got a double kill there, and that was right there. I got shot in the back by my own team, and that was when I first kind of noticed, okay, yeah, there is definitely friendly fire. There is health regen, so if you just wait out time, you should be fine here. Now, I see this guy's gun sticking out here. I want to switch over to shotgun. Now, remember, I'm weak, and I thought I got a couple good shots off on him, but he moved to the right and popped me and took me down. I did show off how you could blow out a window frame with a shotgun, in case you were curious about that. The backgrounds are pretty cool here. I see like kind of a sandstorm moving in. This is one of my favorite maps. I like this map more than some of the other ones. There are some ones that are definitely in like modes like sector control, which, boy, they're really nasty. See, that guy was weak, or was getting shot at. He actually got shot at from behind, I believe. He went down a little faster, more like you would normally see, but in a hardcore mode. But I mean, I'd love to see, hear what you guys think after seeing some of this footage when I do get some good shots on people. I don't think they're going down any faster, so that is something to take note, in case you were curious. So I mentioned that, the radar's off for now. Well, it's not always off. Because you're point man, my other guy, that's got some enemies across the way here. Let's see if I can get some shots on them. I do believe that guy gets taken out with support. Now, there's still support actions, so you gotta kind of take a guess, because I guess they are showing it up there, but when I do have one, I don't think it actually shows up in the top left corner. You just gotta kind of watch that bar. Yeah, that was that guy getting destroyed over there with a mortar kill or something like that. So anyways, back to the radar, after this guy probably kills me. You do get radar for your whole team if point man uses this support action, and the team version of the support action actually throws up a UAV. If you haven't seen that, I tried it twice in this game. Once I think I got destroyed, and I think it did go up, but you didn't get the good animation. And then I get it to go up there too. As soon as that's in the air, you got radar. So that's a huge advantage, especially in hardcore mode. We got some guys down here low. I laid quite a bit of lead into him, and he didn't die. I don't think he died. There's someone in this top window here. I try to lay some suppression fire, and I actually end up going around and taking care of him with a tomahawk. Take a look here. This is pretty fun. If you can sneak around, just like the Battlefield mode of knifing, they have kind of a tomahawk type thing. You do be able to, it does seem like you can get kills from the front a little more so than you could with Battlefield. That's also what it looks like if you flash yourself. I was really off with my grenades in this game. I don't know what the deal is, but I guess it happens once in a while. So here we go. He's still up there, and he doesn't see me. So time to do the animation. Boom. There you go. Tomahawk kill. Now, I do get killed from the front on a tomahawk. I think I'm really weak, so that probably has something to do with it. That is coming up in this game, I believe. So they just keep... There we go. There's support action. And I'm wrong. They actually do show it up in the top left corner. So I tried to release it there. It does go through the door, and it looks like another version of it's still with me. So you actually literally throw that UAV in the air. And as we come in here, watch. Boom. We have radar, bottom left. You can see my UAV. Little green plane up in the air. So that just gave, I believe that gave the whole team radar, because I know that I've had radar there when I wasn't point man. A teammate must have thrown it up there. That move right there, I don't know if you noticed, when you come into cover, if you're running, hold on B on 360 and you actually do a nice slide. That's actually come in pretty handy a few times. A nice little addition. I do like it. And it's also kind of cool. Now, this guy right here, I think I got it. I popped his head there. I felt pretty good about killing him. They have this thing armed, and let me see if I can... Yeah, so... I had a fairly decent team. They were a little too spread out, I think. Kept letting the enemy sneak in. But this one's one of the better maps where there's a few more than one or two areas in. Alright, so I think this is where I get tomahawked. I see this guy over here, and I watch this from the front. So, I was super weak, so I think that had a lot to do with it. But you got a kind of cool slow-mo animation of the guy slaughtering my face. That's not so bad. Once again, would have loved to have a buddy in here, but... Another thing that you're looking at, my camo here on my weapon. Let me tell you, the game has a ton of camo. So if you're into like personalizing things, it's pretty cool. There's about 80 weapons in the game. I think that includes grenades and everything, but if you look at Battlelog, it does use Battlelog. That's something that I heard someone did ask. It does fully use Battlelog. And, yeah, I mean, if you're used to Battlelog on PS3, I'm sorry, BF3, Battlefield 3, it fits right in. It's just, it just logs right in, and here you go. Watch this. Literally get to throw that UAV up. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so Battlelog fully utilized. The one thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have game reports, which I was kind of surprised. See right there. I think I'm shooting the guy a lot more than I would imagine needed to be done on hardcore mode. So take that for what it's worth. But back to Battlelog. You got your full stats on there, weapons, everything. There's actually an interesting nations mode where you have to spend coins on your nation, and then it gives you bonuses in game and so forth. Kind of cool. You want to go there every day. Kind of one of those things that encourages you to go in every day and log in. But there's also platoons. You know, you can create a platoon, and I think the stats for the platoons are actually better than they are in Battlefield 3. It does a cumulative thing for everybody in it that, you know, as long as you can only be in one platoon, I believe, and every time you play online, your stats go towards your whole team. And there are actually platoon matches. Another thing that maybe clans might want to take note. So, and that was a good example of me slaughtering a friend there. Didn't see the blue in time. It happens. So we are holding pretty firm on this third one, but they do, I think, eventually get in. See how they kind of keep you from going into the spawn area? Yeah, that's kind of a way to kind of keep from spawn camping, actually. This is probably the one mode that doesn't have spawn camping. And let me tell you, while we really enjoy sector control, when it works, boy, when you are on the team that only has one flag, it can be a disaster. This is an interesting map because this has multiple ways in. We have the bomb here in the middle, and I think this is right about when I went, you know, let's see what's back here. And they can actually come this whole way back around and sneak in. So if you're playing combat mission on this map and you're defending, definitely keep an eye on this back hallway. So my thoughts. I've got about 3 minutes left on this video. My final thoughts on hardcore. You know, I liked it more than I thought I would. I went positive on... I don't know what happened there, to be honest with you. I went positive on both my games, I believe. Which was my goal. You know, normally I aim for about a 2.0 kill death in a game like this, but I'm okay with being in a hardcore mode. And this is me testing out the shotgun. And so I like it. It's a little more pure. Little, you know, you don't have. I don't think you have as many cheap deaths because if you have a good set of headphones, if you have suppressor on your weapon, you can actually literally, you know, do more damage. I mean, when you're, that's another thing I should mention. And there's no outlines of friendlies or enemies, so that's a big deal for people because I think that, you know, that the spotting is really gives you away in the game. And so that's definitely something to take note of. I forgot to mention that right away. Like I said, if you're watching this video and you notice something like, hey, this is gone, or hey, I noticed this, put that in the comments. I'm really curious to see what else has changed. I'm trying to cover everything based on what I remember in this video. And, you know, it can be a little hard, but there's a pretty cool slide move. I think I got destroyed here. I see him now. There's a guy standing up there. It looks like a freaking pillar. So I just kept moving. There's a lot of people standing still in this game. I think it was Brandon that actually mentioned that. That he seems like he got killed by people that were just standing still most of the time. Maybe it's just people getting used to the maps. Who knows? And right here at the very end, I just wanted to switch on over to Sniper. When I spawn and I get a few seconds, and I think the game ends right as I'm about to pop the first head that I've ever seen through a Sniper. I'm not normally a sniper in games, not my style. But and I will say, that was one of the big issues I had with the first Medal of Honor, or the 2010 one, the first one DICE did the multiplayer. Because it was like sniper heaven. The maps were really bad. People could just sit there and just snipe. You hardly see anybody sniping in this game. Once in a while, there'll be a guy sniping. This is probably the mode where I'd see it. There's a guy up on top there. Pretty badass sounding sniper here. This guy up here was sniping most of the game, but he wasn't exactly dominating, so... That thing's about to blow, and we're about to lose the match. I look to the right as the game ends. Right there, you see him? And I was about... I was going to go for him. So there you go. There's a quick look at hardcore. I hope it answers some of your questions if you had them. If there's something else you want, a different mode, certain maps, put it in the comments. We can't wait to show it to you. So thanks for checking things out. If you like it, we'd love a subscription, thumbs up. Otherwise, happy hunting. Have a great weekend.